friends. I'm never really sure at what point it's live, but we are going to go with it. I'm looking real quick to see if I can still share my screen because I could a second ago. Oh, you guys, I don't know why I cannot figure out how to share screen from Facebook. Somebody needs to do a class with me. Somebody needs to sit down with me and show me how to do it because I so wanted to be able to show you some of the things that we use for today's class. But while I'm waiting to make sure that we're actually live, I'm going to oil up. I'm going to put on my abundance because you guys know I am all about my abundance. I love it. Abundance of time, abundance of friends. Just an abundance in every single area of your life. Hello, Miss Amy. First one on today. I am not alone. That always makes me so excited. I know some of you guys are like, Shannon, just start talking. But listen, we live out here in the boonies, and I have done entire classes and been all alone because I didn't know I wasn't actually streaming. So I started with my abundance, and I'm putting on some clarity because I want to make sure that we keep everything straight when we are talking about our compensation plan. Because today we're going to talk about our comp plan. We're going to talk about all the bonuses, all the extras, all the different things, and hopefully clear up some stuff for you guys. Clarity and abundance, you guys. Just woo! I love it. I love it. And I have going in my diffuser because you guys always ask me. I have going in there. It's kind of a combination. I had both my granddaughters over this morning and they were both putting different oils in there. I think I've got pink champagne and candy cane because one loves pink champagne, the other one loves candy cane. But then I also already had Endoflex in there. So it's just a beautiful triad of oils going on. So tell me what you guys have going on. So what's in your diffuser? How many diffusers do you have going today? That's what I want to know. So I've got a diffuser in my bedroom. I've got one in actually I've got two in my living room. I have three. I have two in the front of the living room and one in the back of the living room. I have one in my dining room, one in my kitchen, one in both bathrooms, one in my basement all the time because gross, you gotta have one down there because we live in Michigan and we got the creepy crawlies all over the place. I have two in my office, but typically only one is on because Brian has one on his side. And then my daughter has one in her room. Oh, our other office, my daughter's office. So we got like 12 diffusers going at all times. So it's just beautiful everywhere you go. So tell me, how many diffusers do you have? And what do you have going in your diffusers now? Also tell me if you're one of those ones that do actual diffuser recipes, or do you just throw a whole bunch of oils in? Because I'm always just a grab an oil kind of girl. I don't pay attention to anybody else's kind of stuff that they have going on. So I think I've rambled long enough for everybody to get on. I'm super excited. You guys know I am so insanely passionate about Young Living. Like from the every single oil, every single supplement. But I'm so passionate about our compensation plan. My life was so radically and dramatically changed because of the financial side of Young Living as much as because of the products. So in 25 minutes, life changed. Oils thrown on, whole nother class, literally physically changed. And I knew in my heart that if something good happens to you, you have to tell other people, right? So I did. One day a week, I, at homeschool group, shared Young Living with whoever happened to be there. Here's my whole spiel. This was the whole thing, kit, start to end. And what I would do is I would hand them the two kits. I had a raindrop kit and an everyday oil kit because that's what I was introduced with. And I said, here, put these on. And they would open them up. They would smell all the oils. It smells so good, smells so good. And then ask me questions. I'm like, I have no idea. All I know is I feel completely different. I am a changed woman. You got to get yourself some. And that was kind of my thing. Here, fill this out. I'd hand them an application. And I know people are always like, oh, you had to have done more than that. No, I'm telling you, people don't get in because we logic them to death. They don't get in because we give them all the green details. They don't get in for any of that. They get in because they hope. They hope. What if this worked for them? And that's all I had in the beginning was hope. And I went out and I shared just because it was the right thing to do. When I got my first check with the company, I had enrolled 4 people. The check was almost $400. And I was like, ooh, I can get some more oils. It was like, ooh, secret stash. This is nice. And that's exactly what I did. I got more oils and I got juice because by then I had heard about the juice. And I got myself some Ninja Red and I just continued. I said, if I did 4 people month 1, I can do the same thing next month. And that way I could still get my oils, but I wouldn't be taking it from my kids. Like we were making $11,000 to $13,000 a year when we were introduced to this company. We were toilet bowl cleaners, Flint, Michigan. We were broke and I didn't have money just to spend mamby-pamby be on some good juice. I didn't have money for some oil. I didn't have any money for that. So I figured if I do 4 people the next month, I'll get another around $400, and it could keep me in my oils because I was addicted. By that time, it did not take long, and I was totally addicted, right? I loved how I felt. I loved all the things, but this gave me the finances for it. And I really want to stop and pause for a minute. Had that not happened, had I not got that little bibbit of a check, I don't know that I would have ever been able to share like I do. This is my full-time job. I share, I teach, everywhere I go, I went full-time. Rah! But it was because I got that bibbit. I got that bibbit that allowed me to buy more product. I got that bibbit that got me hooked on the juice. It was that little bibbit. And this is what I want to really encourage you. When we're talking about the comp plan today, I want you to help your people get their first bibbit. I want you to help them get that first upfront money, because that is what's going to empower them to be able to get on that loyalty rewards and stay on loyalty rewards and keep using the products, because they get that little extra, that little bit that isn't coming out of their household expenses because everybody's tight. So just set that your intention. When you enroll a new person, you're going to help them get their first 2 in the first month. First 2, first month. That just needs to be up here. You set it. And you know what? If you want to go for the gusto, go for 4. 4 people for each person you enroll, because it's going to change the game for them. It's going to change the game for you. Because my second month that I went out there, I enrolled 4 people. Same thing. Figured I'd get a $400 check, and I didn't. I get a check for almost $1,600. Now, that was an eye-opener. Again, toilet bowl cleaner from Flint, Michigan. We were making $11,000 to $13,000 a year. I got a check for $1,600. My husband knew about that one. I was like, woo! I was so blown away, so excited. And I called my upline and I said, how? How in the world did that happen? How did I go from 4 people month 1, $400, and 4 people month 2, $1,600? And she's like, I don't know. And that's what we're going to talk about today, so you will know. Now, here's the coolest part. You don't have to remember anything I tell you right now. You don't have to remember any of it, because Young Living does all the accounting for us. They make sure that all these different ways that we get unilevel, all these generation bonuses, all the different things they do, they take care of it for us. They just send it. Our only job is to share. That's our job, to share and to share and to share and to share, and then to share some more. Because my 3rd month, so I got that $1,600 check, and I said, listen, I can either clean toilets, or I could change lives. Like, it was a pivotal moment for me. I said, both are going to be hard, right? Cleaning toilets, cleaning doctor's offices, doing all that was hard. Going out there and talking to strangers and talking to my friends and doing it's hard. Either way was hard, but which one would be more rewarding? And I decided I wanted to go change lives, and I went full time. My 3rd month with the company, I achieved the rank of silver, and I did it by helping those people I had enrolled 4 month 1, 4 month 2, 5 month 3. The month I decided to go full time, I only enrolled 5. But what I did is with all those people, with all of them, I went down in depth. With all of them, I got underneath them. With all of them, I said, who do you know that needs a little energy? Who do you know that needs a little bit of focus? Who do you know? Who do you know? Because they've got a whole different group of people. And that's how I ran it. And that's how I encourage you. While you're doing this 10-a-day that we're doing, and you're out there talking to all these strangers, it's about getting underneath other people and changing more lives. Young Living, our vision with this company is Young Living Essential Oils in every home in the world. Boom. Across the board, every home. And that's what we have a part of. That's what we get to step into. So the way our comp plan works is we are a unilevel commission. You can write that down. A unilevel commission. And that means that depending on what rank you are, you get paid 8%, 4%, 8%, 5%, 4%, depending on where they are. Your first 5 levels. So it goes 8% on level 1, 5% on level 2, 4% on level 3, 4% on level 4, and 4% on level 5. That's our commission. That right there is pretty much our entire comp plan. So if somebody ever says, what type of a comp plan do you have? Do you have they'll go through all this list of stuff. Ours is a unilevel. You get paid according to rank. So you start, and when you get star, you're able to get paid down on a couple of ranks. And then you rank up to senior star, you get another level put down there. And when you get to executive, you get another level. And then all the way up to diamond, that's what you get. Now, when you rank up at silver, there's another thing that kicks in, another commission. I want you to understand there's a difference between the word commission and bonus. We are going over our commission plan first. That's our comp plan. And the second part of our comp plan is is what happens from the time you hit silver and above. And it's our generation compensation. And what happens is the month that you achieve the rank of silver, you get a bonus. You get an extra 2.5%. That's our generation bonus on everybody in your team, no matter how far down they go. So the unilevel goes down 5 levels. So a level, so you know, is here's a person I enrolled on my front line. Here's a person I enrolled on my front line. When they enroll someone under them, this is my first level, level 1. This is level 2. This one would be level 3, level 4, level 5. So each person that somebody directly underneath you enrolls, that's your, that's the legs that you have. That's the levels that they get. And we get paid down on our unit level, 5 levels. But the generation bonus, this is where it gets so big. The generation bonus says it doesn't matter how many levels down. They can be 10, 12, 15. If there's not a silver between you and them, you get an additional 2.5% on them. Now here's the cool thing. A lot of companies, when you rank up or you help people rank off, you start losing things. With Young Living, when you help one of those legs or somebody underneath them achieve the rank of silver, so there could be 6 people between you and that first silver. When you help them go silver, they become their own generation. So they become your second generation, right? So I'm generation 1, they're generation 2. When that happens, you don't lose them. You go up. Instead of 2.5% on their organization, them and everybody in their team, you're going to get 3%. This is huge because what happens is as you rank up. So as a silver, you get those you in 2 more generations. So a total of 3 generations. When you go gold, you get 4 generations. When you go platinum, you get 5 generations. When you go diamond, you get 6, 7, all the way up to 8 different generations. And understand how big this is. So here's me. I got my first person here. I got a second person here. But then I've got a third person, a fourth person, a fifth person, and a sixth. So all of those are my legs. So when this one goes silver, and she's got a silver here, and a silver here, and a silver here, and those keep going, they're width too. So you're not just looking at just, oh, you get 8 people straight down. No, because those people have width, and those people have silvers who have silvers who have silvers, and we get paid on all of those generations. It's absolutely amazing what happens. And that's our comp plan. Like, we could stop right there and you got the whole kit and the caboodle. That's the comp plan. But now I want to talk bonuses. Bonuses, so you know, are what you get for going above and beyond. So just sharing Young Living, just doing your thing, that's the comp plan. Unilevel generation. There it is. But Young Living doesn't stop there. They have something that I like to call upfront money. They call it the fast start bonus, but I call it upfront money because it was that upfront money that I got, that bibbit in the beginning that made me go, holy smokes. Like, I could do this. I could actually make money doing this. Are you kidding? That's our fast start bonus. And our fast start bonus is comprised of a couple of different things. First, anytime somebody gets one of our starter bundles, so the big starter bundles that we have, the Ninja Rad, the oil one, and our Thieves one, the big ones, those starter bundles, those, when they get one of those, you get a $25 off the top. It's just a bonus for having them get one of the big kits. If they get the Mega Shift, if they get any of the other stuff, because they can start with just a bottle of peppermint, right? So if they do any of that, the Start Living kit, the bonus is only for that Start Living kit, that 25, because you did something a little bit different. Remember, bonuses, you have to work for it. So you have that going on. So that's the first part of that. The second part is no matter what they get, whether they get $500 in random products, or they get all the Make a Shift kits, or they get a Make a Shift kit, the Fast Start gives you 50% on that first month's PV. So if they order 3 times, it's still all put together and you get 50% total of the PV. So if they spend $300, you get $150 right off the top. Understand, Young Living is losing money giving us that 50% off the top. They do that because they know if they can get you those little bibbits, that little check up front, that you're going to see the reality of what could happen. So that happens right off the top. And then for 2 more months, so month 1 it is 50%, for month 2 and month 3, you're getting 25%. That's all a part of that fast start bonus. And that just automatically happens. You don't have to put in any special code. It just happens. So if they get a Start Living bundle and the Start Living kit, and you get that 25, and then you get the 50% on the OGV, you're looking on average. If they just did a basic $100 Start Living kit, you're getting $75 right off the top. Right off the top. And that doesn't include anything else that they might throw in there or other orders. How many of you guys had people that did multiple orders this month? Because November had more sales and it was amazing, right? So you had people that got in there and everything combines together and that goes to 50%. Now here's the cool thing. Another layer to that is that as the enroller is the person that gets all those bonuses. We're going to do an enroller sponsor in one of our upcoming classes, but the enroller gets those bonuses. Now, when my people, my frontline people, go enroll people, every time they do that, I get an additional bonus, a bigger bonus, because that's the first couple of months that they're in, and Young Living wants to say, hoorah, thank you. I want to make sure I read the words to you. So this little sheet right here that I was trying to get where we could see it together, but I don't know how to share my screen. This is on Shannon Hudson YL. So I put this together as a quick sheet that you can look at that has all of our comp plan and all of our bonuses. You're going to find that on Shannon Hudson YL under resources. It's in there. I will put a link to that in the description when we're done, or in the comments, one or the other. So you can print these off, and so you know, you can print them 2 on a paper. So you can share these at events and classes, so you can teach and train with them. So you can put this on top, and then I like to do this on the bottom. This right here is our income disclosure statement, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. But this is our comp plan. It's all on here. So here is everything you have to do for each rank. Here is the bonuses, the unit level that you get. Here's the generations that you get. And we'll talk about the rest of the bonuses. But right at the bottom, this is foundation to me. Our Fast Start, is the foundation to our comp plan. So it starts with the Start Living Kit, $25. Then the Fast Start bonus, I'm going to read it exactly as it's written on the website so I don't mess anybody up. The enroller is paid 50% on new enrollees PV the first month and 25% the second and third month. We just said that. The enrollees' newly enrolled members receive 10% of the PV in the second and the third month. So that 10%, instead of the 3, 4, or 5%, depending on where they are, it bumps it up. You're getting instead 10%. And that's because they want you to train your people's people so that you're helping your people be able to grow and do all the things. And again, that is on here as your foundation. Another bonus that we have is this little square right here. This is our silver bound bonus. Now, we do not talk about our silver bound bonus enough. Yes, it is still active. Yes, it is still working. We just never talk about it. And this one is all about structure and the timing of how long it should take to get from rank to rank to rank. For example, from the day somebody signs up, so all those people that enrolled this month, because like we had oodles of hundreds of people that enrolled this month in our own team. So I know that y'all had a ton of people enroll as well. All of those people, the month they enroll, they have 2 months after that to achieve the rank of star for the first time. When they do that in that timeline, so they get a grace month their first month, it's not counting because some sign up on the 30th and some sign up on the 1st. So that's just a grace month. But from the first of the month afterwards, they have 2 months to achieve the rank of star. When they do that, Young Living is going to give them a bonus of $50 that they get on top of all of their other bonuses. And that will be paid after they have held or exceeded that rank for 2 months. So they go up to that 50. Then for Senior Star, they have 3 months from star to Senior Star. Couple of the things that they have to do, and they get an extra $250. Then from Senior Star to Executive, they have 4 months to be able to achieve that, and certain leg qualifications they have to have. When they do that, they get an additional $500. And then from Executive to Silver, they have 4 more months to achieve that. When they do, and they do it in that timeline, because bonuses, you have to do specific things, they're going to get an extra $1,500. When you put all this together, it is over $2,000 in extra bonuses just for timing. And here's what I want you to know. If you are already in and you're like, oh, I can't get that. I hit star like 7 years ago and I can't get that. No, but when you hit senior star, you are now in the running for executive, and you jump right back in. So you can jump in from wherever you are. And here's the coolest part about our silver bound is it's setting people up with a timeline. So all those people that just enrolled, they now have a timeline. 2 months to get them to star. 2 months. And we need to be encouraging them because it sets them on that road for achieving the rank of silver in a year. That's what each of those do. It's 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 4 months, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 4 months. And that's setting them up to truly succeed. And they picked those numbers, that timeline, because people have done it in that timeline. People have done it at that speed. And it's not the fastest. There's people that have hit silver in their first month. Not my story. It took me 3 months to get there. And, it took me 5 months to get to gold. And there's people that went Royal Crown Diamond in a matter of a year. Like, there's crazy testimonies from some people. So just knowing that there's a timeline, like this is a great amount of time to expect for it to take. And we have to set that up for our people. So make sure when they're out there and you're helping them get those bibbits and roll those first few people so they get those little checks, making sure we're talking to them and saying, oh my gosh, did you know there's another bonus if we do it? And this gives them a timeline so we know how long should it take me and what should my structure look like, because on each of these it's telling you what size one leg has to be, and then you always have an extra leg. It's a really cool bonus. Check that out. There's also a video on Shannon Hudson Weil that goes over it a little bit more in depth. So we talked about our unit-level commission, we talked about our silver bound bonus, we talked about our Start Living Kit, our Fast Start bonus, our generation commission, but now we're going to talk about another one. And this is our generation leadership commission. So remember how I said I'm my first generation once I go silver? I'm my first generation. Everybody in my team, I'm a generation. Then each silver underneath me is a generation. Well, every generation that I get paid on, so all the silvers, golds, platinums, diamonds, all those people in my organization, this particular bonus gives me an extra oomph on it. So what Young Living did is they took all the commissionable sales, all of the profits that happen worldwide, and they go in this kitty. And then this kitty is divided up into shares. And it is 6.25% of all of those commissionable sales is put into this kitty. And then it's divided out in shares. And how do the shares work? Well, I'm going to make sure I say it right. Each silver is one share. So that means if I were silver, I get one share for me. If I had a silver underneath me, then I would also get a share for them. So a share for them, a share for me. So I end up with 2 shares out of that, right? So what happens is for our golds, it's 2 shares. For platinums, it's 3 shares. For diamonds, it's 4 shares. For crowns, it's 5 shares. And for royal crowns, it is 6 shares. So as a royal crown diamond, I would get 6 shares just because of me. And then I would get 5 shares for every crown diamond I have. I would get 4 shares for every diamond that I have, 2 shares, and on down. So that turns into a huge amount of money, a huge amount of bonuses that are paid out on every single person. It is a huge addition to your sales. And that is that is all the bonuses that are on this basic sheet. These are the basic ones that are going to happen. There's other things. There is the diamond leadership bonus. So when you go diamond, there's another bonus that you get on top of that. We have all the incentive trips. Holy smokes. Right now they're running an incentive trip to the Dominican Republic. So doing the things, enrolling people, making sure that they're getting on loyalty rewards, you ranking up and helping your people rank up. All of those things you get points for. And again, I don't have to keep track of them. Young Living is keeping track of them. And all of those points add up so that you win this amazing trip. They just got back from a trip to Hawaii. We've been to Ireland. We've been to all over the places, cruises. They're just constantly giving us other bonuses, ways to incentivize us. And on top of that, every time you achieve the rank of silver on up, so you hit silver for that first time, Young Living is going to give you an all-expense paid trip to go to one of our amazing farms and be able to experience our farms in their realness and all the fun that they do when they take care of you, and there's all kinds of goodies they give you. They do the same thing when you hit gold, you get to go to a farm. When you hit when you hit platinum, you get to go to a farm. Ecuador, obviously. When you hit platinum, you get to go to one of the trips. And then once you achieve the rank of diamond and above, every single year that you qualify, that you have 3 months at least that you hit your rank, they let you go on another trip. Another amazing trip, again, around the world. Venice, Italy, just so many places. Like, if you're like, oh, I would love to go there, we're going to Japan this summer. The Diamonds are going to Japan. Just amazing. And they take such good care of you. You cannot even imagine the stuff that they do. I don't think they're going to Japan. Where are we going? I don't know. Somewhere amazing. It's just amazing. And those are just a few of the things. They're always doing different things. Like right now, we have a program called Cultivate 2. And every month that you enroll a person, actually 2 persons, you enroll 2 people on 100 PV, so it doesn't have to be a kit, just 100 PV on Essential Rewards. So their first order, Essential Rewards, and they do that, you get a point. When you get 2 points, which is 2 people, they're going to send you more gifts. So like this month, it's a Young Living logoed massager, and I think it's Deep Relief that comes with it. Every month it's been something different. I know in January there's some other fun stuff coming. They're just always going over and above. That's the bonuses, the extra stuff that they do. And you know what? While we're talking about bonuses, I'm going to say this. When we place our orders, every single month they have freebies that you can get. They're the gifts with purchase. And if you're trying to maximize our compensation plan, I am here to tell you, making sure you get 300 PV so that you get all the free stuff. It typically is well over $250 worth of just free oils, free supplements, free goodies that they give us when we place that $300 order. Even at the $100 order, there's always something little, that 100 PV. There's always something that they give us as a bonus on top of things. It's just such a great way. And when you're helping your people enroll, making sure that they see that. One of my new gals had 3 people on her front line that were like 280, 290 PV. So they missed getting their free stuff by bibbits, just little tiny bibbits. And we want to make sure that our people are they're maximizing all the goodness, getting everything out of it that they really want to get. Now I do want to make sure that I covered this right here. Probably can't see it at all. This is our, it's upside down, you really can't see it. This is our 2023 income disclosure statement. And this is something we have to file to show where people are making money, what ranks, how many, what percentages, the average amount of time that it takes. And you can pull this off of Young Living's website. I will link it. You can also pull a shorter one off of my website, kind of like a menu, because that's what I think of this. When I look at this, it is a menu. So there's a couple columns I like people to look at. So the one is the very front column, and it tells the percentage of all the brand partners who have achieved that rank. So 25% of all the brand partners achieve the rank of star. So I'm going to say it this way. If you have achieved the rank of star or you're pushing for star, understand how unique and special you are. 75% of the people that get in will never do that. They'll never do the work of sharing with people to make that happen. So you as a star, you are the lifeblood of the company. The stars are so important, and we should all be about the business of helping our people achieve star. That needs to be that very first thing. We want to help them achieve star in that first 2 months because that gets them set for their silver bound bonus for running for silver. The next rank up there is senior star, and 6.9% of the people achieve the rank of senior star. And that means that 94% of the people will never do that. They'll never go out there and share with the people. They'll never do the work. They won't get up and do the hard thing. So if you're like, I've been senior star for like a year, and you're acting like it's no big deal, you're amazing. You've done what most people will never get around to doing. That is exciting. 6.9% of the people actually achieve that. Then our executives, that is 2.8%. Only 2.8% of the people will do it. So yay you, that's incredible. And if you're like, I really want an executive, you're looking at it, you can do that. If somebody has done it, then anybody can do it. Our silvers, ready? For silvers on up. So silvers, golds, platinums, diamonds, crowns, royals, all of them, less than 1% of every distributor, everybody that ever gets in, less than 1% will ever do that. Less than 1% will do the work that it takes to achieve the rank of silver. So if you're bummed out and you're like, I've been sitting at silver, or it's been a really long time, and listen, you are unique. You have done stuff other people won't do. You have done an amazing job, and you're just going to grow from here. This is just the beginning for you, no matter how long it took, because I want to go over that too. So the amount of time, months to achieve, we're just going to do average. So ready? So the average star, it took 11 months to get there. 11 months. Now, the highest was 193 months. So if you're not at 193 months yet, you're doing better than somebody. Somebody, it took 193 months to get there. Senior star, the average is 17 months. That's a little over a year. So talk to yourself. How long has it had taken? Where are you at? Where do you see your goals going? The longest was 195 months that it took them to get there. I'm just saying, you're not the slowest one, no matter how you're feeling about it. You can do this. And if you're like, I want to do it faster, go for it. Executive, the average is 22 months. So like almost 2 years. So if you're hearing all of these stories going, oh, Shannon did it in 3 months, that's not normal. Normal, average, 22 months, 2 years. Be proud of that. That is a great accomplishment. The longest was 200 months to achieve the rank of executive. Silvers, 28 months. The longest was 188 months. So again, you're looking at an average is over 2 years that it takes to get there. For gold, it's 34 months. That is over 3 years that it takes most people to achieve that rank. 185 months was the longest. Our platinums, 41 months. Y'all, this is not a quick and easy. If you think that you're getting into Young Living because it's a quick fix, no. This is long-term retirement. This is upfront money, long-term retirement, taking care of us when the cray-cray in the world happens. That's what this is about. The longest platinum was 170 months. Then we've got our diamonds. So the average diamond that has achieved diamond, 48 months. That is the average, 48 months. So you're looking at 4 to 5 year game plan that you are putting in the effort, putting in the time. And the longest was 157 months. The quickest, I will tell you, was 10 months, which is just astounding to me. That is a kudos to them. Exciting. Crown Diamond, 48 months. Again, it's a 5-year plan. You're looking at a 4 to 5 year plan going on here. And the longest Crown Diamond took, where'd she go? 112 months. Then our Royal Crown Diamonds. So Royal Crown Diamonds, on average, it takes 52 months. 52 months. We are looking at a 5 to 6 year plan. Do you understand that this is long term? You are looking at this as a long term game. You're going to have seasons where you're going to be out there running and talking and running and talking, and then rest, and seasons and rest and seasons. It's perfectly normal. That's the way it's supposed to be. The longest person that it took to hit the rank of Royal Crown Diamond was 107 months. The fastest person did it, and I want to make sure I say this correctly. Yeah. Did it in 18 months. So a year and a half to the fastest Royal Crown Diamond. Not my story. I wish that was my story. 107 for the longest. And listen, doesn't matter. That person that did it in 18 months, that person that did it in 107 months, his life's changed. How many lives do you think were changed because of that person? It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's about doing the things. Do you think that that person that took 107 years goes, I can't believe it took me... They don't care. They're there. They're doing the things. And when you look here, the average income, that is this other column. So the average income, I'm just going to give you a few. So our average income, annual income for a silver average is $17,800. How would you like that as an extra? Just an extra. This is above and beyond your job. This is above and beyond what you're already working with. An extra 17 grand. It's a big deal. That's a big deal for people. I'm just here to tell you. Then our average, let's go, we'll jump up here to platinums. Our average platinum annually makes $158,000 a year. That is substantial. That is a big deal. And you can look on here and go, okay, where do I need to be? So the average diamond, just so you know, makes on average $342,000 in their diamond salary. The average Royal Crown Diamond annually makes $1.5 million a year. Doing what we do, sharing with people, telling people. How uncomfortable can you get if you knew that in 20 years you could retire making $1.5 million a year? Like, is it really that hard to go out and talk to strangers? I'm just saying, most people will work 40 hours a week doing a job they just hate. Getting up early, doing all the things. They work it for 40 years to retire on 40% of what they could not live on before. And then they're trying to figure it out. Yeah, we have a different option. It is work. Do not get me wrong. This is going to take time. It is going to take an investment of energy. It is going to take you going and doing the things that are uncomfortable, the things you have not done before. Some of the stuff you're going to be rebuilding. You're going to have people that are going to sign up with you and they're going to love it, and then they're going to leave and go with somebody else, or they're going to go to a completely different MLM. It happens. It's a part of it. You're going to have people that you were going to pour your energy, your time, your thoughts, all of these things into, and then they're not going to sign up with you. They're going to sign up with your friend across the street, and you're going to want to pull your hair out. You're going to have people that you pour all that time into, and they're going to order from Amazon because that's where they're going to get it, or they're going to go to a gas station, and they're going to do that. It's going to happen. You're going to have people that you absolutely love that you end up fighting with, that you don't get along with anymore because it's business. This is not a short-term thing. This is business. This is being about the business of doing the things so that in the end you've got this amazing retirement income. You know, I've shared before, you guys know I have had some serious illnesses, and I spent specifically in 2020, I spent 3 months in the ICU on a ventilator and spent the next 2 years just trying to survive on oxygen, in a wheelchair, all the things. But because of the time and the work and the energy that I had put into Young Living from 2007 forward, my income was still there. Like, I get teary-eyed when I think about it. I don't know what I would have done had it not been for Young Living, because all of those expenses still happen. My house payment still happened. Paying for a hospital is very expensive. All of the stuff, it's expensive. And it was still covered because I did the hard things when I could. Because I did the hard things, I was able to reap those rewards. That's what I want for you. I want you to be willing to go do the hard things. I want you to look at this menu, our income disclosure statement, and go, okay, this is the income right here that I need. This one right here. I need an extra $700 a month. That's what I need. Expenses have gone up just buying groceries and gas. That's what I need. And when you look at that, you can go, okay, that means that I need the rank of silver. I need the rank of silver. That will give me that plus enough to be able to buy my products. So now how do I do it? What do I do to get to silver? What do? You're going to have to talk to the people. I know we want some simple magic wand and just post a post and people are going to come. And in the end, even that, it just takes numbers. I wish I could make it easier. I wish I could say, oh, you can talk to 6 people, enroll 6 people, and those 6 will do exactly the same thing, and they'll enroll 6, and we'll enroll 6. And that's such a hypothetical. It's just a joke. It's not going to work that way. It's going to take work. But is it worth it? Is it worth? Because here's the thing. Those 107 months are going to happen either way. It took her 107 months, the longest Royal Crown Diamond, 107 months. During that 107 months, she could have done nothing. She could have stopped sharing. She could have said it was hard. She could have backed out. She could have said, oh, I'll do it next week. I'll start next month. Oh, I'll do it later. And she could have never got there. Because the 107 months, I'm telling you, your clock is ticking right now. Most of you have probably been on a call with me before. Most of you have probably thought about what rank you want before. Most of you have probably committed to building before. But this time I really urge you to not just say you're going to do it. Not just get your little heart excited about it. Make a plan of action and then do the things. Do the hard things. Go talk to the people. You're going to have to talk to people. Whether it's your friends or your family or strangers. That's all the people there are. Just in case you were wondering, there's only friends, family, strangers. And you're going to have to do the hard things. And I know you're busy and you're like, Shannon, you don't even know. But the thing is if you don't do something, that's not going to change. It's not going to change. Just fit it in. Just fit it in. Just carry them with you. Carry those flyers I talk about all the time. Have them with you. So when the opportunity arises, you can. And then set in your intentions that I'm going to do this first. I'm going to the store, but I'm going to make sure I talk to 10 people first. And then you can Christmas shop. Would that change things? If you changed the order, instead of it being a side note, it became the note, became the thing that you were doing. And then I know I've got a bunch of other questions that people have asked. I'm going to go in here and see if I can get to them. But I've had some people say, but I don't know what to say if I teach a class. I don't know what to say. So I'm going to give you like 22 ideas really quick. First, you can go to my website. There are a billion videos. I was trying to get, there's well over 100 videos on Shannon Hudson YL on stuff I've taught. But not only that, there's oodles of PowerPoint. I spent 2 years making PowerPoints every time I taught a class because everybody told me if I had a PowerPoint with all the notes in there, I would go teach classes. So I spent the time making all these PowerPoints, but I can see how often they're downloaded. I know they're not utilized like they should. It's classes ready for you. You can go to Sarah Harnash. You guys know I love Sarah. I talk about Sarah. So Sarah Harnash has all kinds of tools available. You can go to, good Lord, oilability.com, I believe it is. I looked it up the other day. Actually, I didn't look it up. I called Sarah. I texted Sarah. I need your website. I think it's oilability.com, but you can look up Sarah Harnash Young Living and it will take you to her website because she's that important. But anyways, she has all kinds of free scripts, actual class scripts on her website. She's got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 scripts written out. You say this, they say that. You say this, you say, so if you need it word for word, Sarah has it done. I don't need to do that for you. You don't need to do that for you. You can print them off from hers, highlight the stuff you like, skip the stuff you don't like, and run from there. You can also order her books. She has 2 different books. One is the workbook. How do they work? Let's see. Game change. This is 25 different scripts on 25 different things that have all to do with oils and our supplements and body systems and CBD and just all the things, plus 2 bonus scripts. I don't know why they're not in the classes, but they're in here. She did amazing. Plus 7 quick protocol, like it's all in here. There's a ton of them. I know that Susan, are you on here? I think Susan wrote a whole new book on all the systems of the body that you can use that as a script book. Susan is the other one that's helping me run this. But then this is the workbook for it. So this is the actual scripts. This is a workbook. You can get those. You can also, if you're like, but I don't understand how the business works, stop it. This right here, Aaron Rodgers and Paige, which Paige's last name? Paige Williams wrote this. It's one of my favorite brand partner books. This right here, Brand Partner Guide. This will take you through all the things. Day 1 on out. They're much nicer. They don't tell you you have to talk to 10 people a day. They're like, talk to 2. They're super sweet. But there's so much. I have stuff highlighted. So much good information in here. And you're like, I don't know how to make graphics and all the things. It takes me forever. You don't have to. There's oodles of them on my website. If there's something that you're like, Shannon, could you make a blah, blah, blah invitation? I could probably pop one of those out. I love making graphics. It's fun for me. It's what I do when Brian's playing his video games at nighttime. I make graphics because it's fun. But you can also Oil Share Hub, Oil Hub Share, Oil Hub. Alyssa Francis has a thing that I subscribe to, and it's done right on Facebook, and it's like 20, 30 different graphics for stuff that you can do every single month. So you don't have to do it. It's like $10. If that, I don't even know, $12, $50. It's really inexpensive. So all these little things that are taking up your time because you think you got to do this and you got to write this and you got to stop. I told people years ago, I don't get to make a book. I have tons of books started where I put down information. I'm like, oh, I'm going to write a book on that because I love to write. I don't know if you can tell by my post, I enjoy the writing process. But I don't have time to write a book until I go Royal Crown Diamond. I just don't. My priority is enrolling new people so I can get to the point of Royal Crown Diamond. So that's not my gifting, but I don't need to. Amazing Royal Crown Diamonds like Aaron Rodgers already made stuff for us. Amazing people like Sarah Harnash already made stuff for us. I mean, oodles. Like I could probably sit here for 45 minutes just listing the different sources that are available for us. So don't let that be your excuse. I'm going to call you on your stuff right now. Most of those things that you are taking your time doing, totally not necessary because it's already been done. It's already available for us. It's already been made. It's already out there. A lot of those are just on my Shannon Hudson YL just for free. They may not be the prettiest. They may not be the fanciest. But you know what? They get the job done. People see them, they notice them, and they follow up with them. I'm just saying. And then I'm going to throw this out there. I don't know why we have to make new everything. If Young Living already made it and shared it, we can just share theirs. We do not have to remake everything. Who has the time for that? You are busy enrolling new people. Be about that business. And then the last thing I'm going to say before I wrap up, because I know I probably went over. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm trying to keep these at an hour or less. I'm trying to go 30 minutes actually. But let me say this. So we are at the wrap up, right? So this is the end of the month. And so I just want to really encourage you to make sure you are checking to see ranks, see who is close to ranks, who is near. We had a gal yesterday that I messaged. She was 1.54 PV away from achieving the rank of executive. Can you imagine how upset she would have been to realize she was $1.50 away from achieving executive? Oh my gosh, we have to make sure we're letting our people know where they are. And my favorite source for pulling all the reports, you probably have other sources that you like. I love Oily Trends, TRENDS, Oily Trends. I can look up everything. I can see who has been winning contests. I can see who's almost won a contest. I can see where they are on their silver bound bonus. We have a new gal that just hit her first rank in her silver bound. So I can watch that to help her make sure that she's hitting on the right time. I'm able to pull up my top enrollers and new people that just enrolled for the first time, all these different things. And again, it's like a $10 service. So if you are executive or above and you're wanting to make sure that you're really keeping up with your peeps, that's a good $10 investment. There's Diamond. Oh, what's that one? There's so many sources out there. We do not need to be taking time out of our schedule to do these little things. Just go pull a report. Information is there. And then what I typically do, because we have a very large organization with lots of different leaders, so I will notify their silver or gold that's active and say, hey, just so you know, so and so in your team is right here. They're at this point. They're missing this or they're missing that. So they know. One of my gals, one of my golds, I messaged her myself. I said, you know, like 31 away from gold. You probably already know. I just want to make sure you know. And she did. She was on it. She knew. But how bad would I have felt if she missed her gold by 31 PV and I hadn't said something? I didn't catch that. So for me, I don't spend my time looking for people that miss their loyalty rewards or all the mistakes that can happen. I look for my people that are doing amazing things. I want to help them be able to achieve that next rank, that next thing, because a lot of times people don't know, especially if it's their first time hitting a rank. Pull that report on all of the people that are close to star and let them know how close they are. They may not even know that they are, $45, 45 PV away from star. Let them know so they have the opportunity. Sometimes they won't do anything, but they're still going to feel seen. They're going to feel valued, that you notice what was happening on them. So, all right, I know we went longer than we're supposed to, and I apologize, but I really encourage you, watch this again. Take notes. Did you learn something? Was there something you went, oh, I didn't know that? Did you have questions? I should do a quick scan. I think I seen somebody had a question. I'm going to scan. It was Candace. If somebody reclaimed Senior Star in November and has not been executive ever, is she eligible for silver bound for hitting executive within the next? So no, it is the first time. It's one of the only bonuses that it has to be the first time. There's no reset on that. So for her, once she hits executive, she'll be in the running for silver. So the silver bound she'll be able to run for from executive. She'll have 4 months to do that. But so Senior Star, that's just, she's already been there. When she hits executive, she can then run for her silver. I hope they answered your question. If there's more questions, you guys, just post them. I watch these for about a week after the fact. So I can answer questions. We'll see. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I hope you are doing your 10. Tell me if you've been doing your 10. Tell me if you got your handouts ready, because you can start December 1st. December 1st is tomorrow. That can be your first 90 days running for it. So you can start it, and we will be on next week. Make sure you pay attention and click going when you see the class that we have going on. We've got several classes coming up that you can invite guests to. So even if you're not teaching yet, we've got one coming this Saturday on, I don't even remember what it is. We've got a good class coming up. Oh, stress and depression, anxiety for the holidays. We're going to talk about that. That is Saturday at 1 o'clock. That is on Facebook Live. And then I'm doing an Ancient Oils of Scripture holiday edition. And that one is Monday night. So, all right, you guys, go get your stuff. Go do the things. Go do the things.